Archie back with the hour. How's your night so far? Still to come, I'm going to talk about mature sex, my friends, in a way that's going to make you cringe. But we're going to get into it in just a bit. Now listen, I'm going to raise an issue here. The issue is dissatisfaction. There are a lot of people in this world that are dissatisfied. If you are, don't nod your head. Don't nod your head in agreement, because the person sitting beside you on the couch, they might think it's them. It's the reason you're dissatisfied. But imagine this. Clap on. You want to escape to a better place. You know what I'm saying? Like a virtual reality. For some people, it's heaven, Krypton, cottage country, whatever label you want to slap on it. It is a natural feeling to want to be somewhere other than where you are. Which brings me to this. Recently, we at the Hour went down to E3, which is the huge video game industry convention in California. And one company has created an entire second world online. Over 200,000. Doesn't have zeros. 200,000 people live there. It's called Second Life, and this thing gives this world a run for its money.
My name is Johnny Sparkle in Second Life. I chose a male avatar, which is so much fun because I get to go into my Second Life and walk around as a big, strong man with big handlebar mustache.
An avatar is your representation in worlds. So much like when you're on a website, you have a screen name. In Second Life, you have an avatar, so it's everything about you. And you can make it look like anything you want, from an exact copy of yourself to something wild and crazy.
I spend all my time in there. Once I go on, I'm always on. I'm always there. It's so much fun.
Most online games are very much a game. They have a specific fiction and purpose. You have to be an elf and run around and kill, dragons and monsters. Second Life is whatever the residents want it to be. So if you want to make it a place just to meet and hang out or go to dance clubs, or you want to make a game, you can do that in Second Life.
I bought land, built a house, I go dancing, I meet people. I think it's fascinating that, you're going around, you're shopping, you're buying whatever you want to buy, pants, shirts, shoes, clothing, furniture.
What sets us apart from any other bikini shop in Second Life is the quality and service.
What they've done is created sort of the first massively successful social game, where it's really, they're not necessarily creating a game, they're creating a world upon which you can build it. So it's massively multiplayer Lego.
The Linden Dollar is an in-game token. You use it to transact within Second Life. However, if you want more, you can go to other residents and say, I'll give you real-world dollars in exchange for Linden Dollars. The current exchange rate between Linden Dollars and US dollars is about 290 to 1.
Virtual economies have become a very hot topic.
Our top users are making over 100,000 US dollars a year.
This is an opportunity for economists to have the perfect petri dish they never had. And Second Life has paid very good attention to that and created a robust economy.
Second Life economy is actually pretty simple. You can make anything you want, and after you've made it, you can decide to just give it away, or you can turn around and sell it. And when you sell it to other users, you create a really vibrant economy within Second Life. And right now, the equivalent of about 8 million US dollars a month is being traded.
I think almost every economics department in every major university across the world within a decade is going to have their own in-house academic who's basically a virtual world economist.
We're just beginning to see where virtual worlds are taking us. Right now in Second Life, 17 universities are teaching classes full-time in Second Life. They're using Second Life as an extension of the classroom. And the same sort of advance could take place in other areas. In entertainment, you could have a concert in Second Life where avatars gather together to hear their favorite band, rather than having to go to the same location.
We think virtual worlds are incredibly important because you can create things that you can't do in the real world. I mean, there's certain styles of failure that in the real world you or I would not ever want to have happen. We certainly wouldn't want to fail at operating on a patient. But in a virtual world, we can fail at that, learn from that failure.
The virtual and the real are already getting blurred, and it's only going to get more so over time. As we build economic and information connections between the virtual world and the real world, people start living their lives in both. And the more they do that, the more they're going to be able to take the parts of their lives that make the most sense in each and put it in the right place.
I think we're going to grapple with a lot of different things that these virtual worlds are going to ask of us. And there are a lot of philosophical questions, social questions, technical questions. But what people have to really realize is we're just beginning. And just like we have to learn to balance things in our real life, we're going to have to learn to balance things in these virtual worlds.
Something that people get very worried about is people spending lots of time in virtual worlds. And a lot of this comes from the false dichotomy of play versus work. The idea that if you're in a virtual world, you must be playing. But it turns out you're in a world where you're building, you're creating, you're potentially making money. So is this really play or is it really work? And isn't it better if your work is fun?